I am Tribal Instincts, and today I am checking out the VRCover Deluxe Audio Strap replacement strap. I don't like the fact that I have to do this. Alright, so first off, I love VR covers, okay? I really do. I love their products, all of them except for one I really advocate. However, I hate the fact that I have to talk about this. I don't understand why HTC released their premium deluxe audio strap, and here we are, you know, barely a month, 2 months later on, and we need a better strap because this one is weird. It's not... HTC, why don't you learn? So a few months ago, I talked about how I was not probably going to be making another VR covers video because I talked about everything, and if they just keep on releasing products that are just slightly different, it's not worth a video. This is new enough though, and they went ahead and sent me one of these, so I'll talk about both of them. Why not? All right, let's talk about this guy first. This is $19.99 for the replacement for the back strap of the Deluxe Audio Strap, and it is a nice product. It is well made. It is a solid construction. It is actually feels more sturdy than any of the other products. Not like they need to be totally robust because it's, you know, just sitting on your face. Nonetheless, I do appreciate the quality that they've put into this. Now, the ultimate question is this worth the $19.99? Is this worth replacing your existing strap for? If you are a solo Vive user, if you have nobody else touching your headset, if it's just you, probably not. Even with my ragged strap that came with mine that I had to clean off and rub off that nasty junk a few months ago, this is still probably okay if I'm by myself. However, I am very glad to have this because I'm kind of ashamed of where this thing is at now. Even with me cleaning it multiple times over the past few months, it still collects my body stuff. Okay, so this is not something that I want to put on a friend's head or just some random stranger's head. So if you're by yourself, it probably doesn't make too much of a difference. However, if you demo this to a lot of people, this, just like any of the other VR covers, is absolutely required in my opinion. I would not share the head stuff with other people, okay? With this, it is a nice fake leather, and it allows you to wipe it off in between uses, and it allows you to have a much cleaner experience. So yes, if you have a lot of people that are playing with your Vive, or if you're at a demo, if you're partying, whatever it is, yes, this is awesome. It is an improvement to the comfort. It is not an improvement enough unless you are also buying it for the hygienic edition. By yourself, sweat, at least in my opinion, or at least in my experience, sweat is not coming from the back of my head enough for it to really collect in the back of there to really make it an issue during gameplay. But still, I do want to clean it every now and again because dandruff or whatever else gets in there and it gets kind of gross. All right, now onto this little guy. This is a 10mm memory foam velour cover. I don't even know what a velour is. Am I even saying that right? Is like the U silent? If you don't remember, a couple months ago I talked about this in one of the other videos, and I talked about how I didn't like it. This is that one product by theirs that I don't like. It is too thick, it is too stiff, and it decreases the field of view way too much. I don't like this one at all. Just for reference, this is the 18mm foam replacement. This little guy has gone in the complete opposite direction. It is thin. Like, there is nothing to this, hardly at all, and it is the most comfortable out of all the VR covers I've tried so far. That is not me saying that I absolutely say to buy this one just yet. There are other caveats. However, from a pure comfort factor, this is actually really nice. The texture on this, it's really soft on your skin and it breathes better. So this thing is more comfortable than the others, and because of how thin it is, it gets your face right up in there. So unless you have glasses, this is fantastic. If you do have glasses, per my wife's experience, the glasses rub up against the lenses. Not a fantastic experience there. However, if you don't have glasses, this is really nice. That said, it is also not, you know, just wipeable to make it clean again. This will collect your sweat. This will need to be washed. It is machine washable, so that is a benefit. However, I kind of am a bit too lazy for that, so it's pretty hard for me to convince myself that this is worth $29.99 if you already have any of the other replacements. So, if you just got a Vive and you haven't picked up a VR cover yet, I do recommend one of these. This one is probably the one I recommend more than the other because it is more versatile. You can have friends over and just wipe this off in between uses, and this is probably the one I'd still go with. This is good, again, if you are a solo user because it comes in a pack of 2. You can sweat through this one, throw it in the wash, and then put the other one on and keep going. For me personally, the added comfort of this is not enough to make that trade-off of having to machine wash this. And I'm done here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button below. If you didn't, hit the downvote button and tell me what I can do to make them better. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.